piano. And I must say, my show.
Almost $300 million.
So the show has come to stay. Mumien na yesu. Na yentiche o man. Na wonso oni nipa.
E da na Ghana bodia. Enye bibi dia. Enye NDC dia. Enye obi bia dia.
Pesa kufano. Because what to niamam and affecting all this. Full prices now what they buy.
Yeah, I just NDC poka be kwa Ghana card akodi ndani bi kama nasa.
Mena wo ka say ya yeka. Ye no nyanse ya te den say e kina titi pa say kina titi po wo be ko fa da bi mo ti ben kai me na me ka draw
mo pese mo hwe susu a mo ko Facebook na Instagram na YouTube na Twitch TodayGhanaNews TV Anchor FM
Yechia Ghana football my show is your show because a Ghana inti and a show that will be my show. The dog will be asking.
NDC Chinyama Nyokone Efefe yo. Ya Papa John Dramani Mahama. Ene ya Mami Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. Who sent no Najibebia. The Sainti, the French Chapter Women Wing, in collaboration with the French Chapter Executives, present the role of the diaspora in building the Ghana we want. Date 22nd June 2024. Venue 18 Rue Laveneve, 93800. Epinay Sosen, France, Paris. Guest speakers: Honorable Johnson Esiedun Ketia, the National Chairman. Honorable Fifi Fiavikote, General Secretary. Lawyer Barbara Asamoah, Deputy General Secretary. Honorable Alex Segbefia, Enini Deputy. Dr. Carl K.M. Ahin, International Relations Directors. Afei, Ahil Fomudo Onyonya Betajube Diechini. Nana Ansa Sasaraku the Third, Chief of the Ghana Community, Paris, France. Nana Donko Bejina, Ghana House of Chiefs, Paris. Nana Aponsa, Nana Num Ekukudam, Paris. Honorable Asemensa, GCCP President, Paris, France. Afenso, Omwa Jumadi Esiomunansuni, Freeman Akurugu, Chairman, NDC France Chapter. Esanse Jumadi Efa Mounty, Yatuyan Safre, Yaya Mame, Dr. Miss Hannah Louisa Bisil, Kote, NDC National Women Organizer. Afe Yaya Mame, Najat Azu, France Chapter Women Organizer. On the Jumadi Esinasu the day and day. For enquiries, call these numbers: 075 030 2910 or 076 709 3265. You can also call 075 182 0992 or 069 55 85 778.
Yo, a tea for your majo at Mokwaba at MyShow NDC Hour Jumedi so, and there is you queer meeting at the Afred Kuyuli, and the men and meet Jumedi who chams at the Biamunimono at Jumedi Abreu. Ya Kai was a Jumedi, and I'm TodayGhanaNews TV in Tabai so you stream live over all your platforms, the social media handles, Oko YouTube at TodayGhanaNews TV. We hear ho now when you're live over Honomo, Facebook so you know live. Twitter, and as a kind of X, now my phone on kind of X, also you stream whole live, and a year Instagram, so you know live. I will TodayGhanaNews TV and Tabai so. You made your crew, so yeah, the King's Radio, so after you made it live, and a high 93.7 FM, so a bit you made not to watching him, my importemu, now afi, na not a free moves, so totally, or also a beatum, Sakina Information Center. Also be at Mukuba and Afe Jaframa TV, so air for Jumedi live. A year Bernard Kunadu Yadom Facebook page, so another Facebook handle, so air stream or live. Into more follow a year Bernard Kunadu Yadom, who wait to me at the program live. What a Roma say, Nanny dedicate over here, said a mamma and it's you know, the best stress say, over like a page be our program free piano. Well, like a page and I'll be subscribe. Say YouTube, I'll be subscribe to channel. No, now if you want like a program, no, what share so I'm a man for so any be a share. Comments or questions and or suggestions what they buy, they can come out. Na yet you know, I can come, said the be a year no. And yeah, said the be a canon NDC hour each now, Emma Ghana and Punto Ghana ye when they talk about the NDC will say that NDC is the mother of Ghana, modern Ghana. Because the fourth Republican era here enjoy a free NDC so we gave birth to the fourth Republican democracy at Ghana air partisan. Some said the history of Ghana politics, a developmental agenda. We Dr. Kwame Nkrumah free the party and our government what to me at the impuntu Ghana what that general the Ghana interest ever first and sana what been be move from the NDC so one here and the NPP are mudia buying because of propaganda, because of see hini penim a cantro, a metram and tronity better than no cranty. We are branty, we are babu no one here, you'll be confused. But Yamiadom, you went the four ever NDC moon. You wore a kukudam ever NDC munti. As yen jay, yen pene, Emma, obi and say Ghana history. Therefore, we tell the history as it is to the younger generations for them to know. about where Ghana is coming from, what we've gone through, and where we are today. I say, are we on the right path? Are we on the path to success? And no, you be doing come on. Now, answer na me to my guest. But no me know person me boss tell. Ghana for me busamo say, moi machine computer kakra. What is the difference between Cora Draw? You can bring your comment on the comment section. Cora Draw and Excel. IT for more Silicon Valley. Na mo kosu IT wo India near there, China, mo country. If you are being given Excel by Microsoft, let's say Cora Draw for graphics. These two applications or these two softwares say, we are interested in statistics. Which of these softwares are you going to use as far as statistics is concerned? And then Jane Mensa catch Ghana for say electoral commission 21st century 2024 they were using Cora Draw for their statistical activity as far as registrations, elections are concerned. Then you ask yourself, except maybe I don't know, but the little I know about software applications, Microsoft, Bill Gates, the NIM were creating very solid software for the world to use. It doesn't matter how complex your statistical formula is. It doesn't matter how big your data is. You can use Excel to analyze whatever data you have, and it will be easy and it will give you accurate figures. And you ferry say electoral commission TV so catch the gun and you say, and we didn't know we're using Cora Draw. That is why we had some problems with our figures. Now we've been told we have to go and use Excel. So therefore, now we shift away from using Cora Draw to Excel. Are we joking? Primary school. Class prefect elections in Krampo, they won't think about using Cora Draw to compute figures. Now, electoral commissioner. And sometimes when they speak, you ask yourself, do they take Ghanaians for fools or they speak out of ignorance? Is it really they say they don't know? I mean, and I say, this had a big Ghana phone, so two Ghana phone, Ghana phones, because they didn't know they were using false, wrong application or wrong software. That's why they had this, or a deliberate. Say, pushy blame, no, echo share, sa area, no. Whichever side you look at it, every I mean, airtime, honestly speaking. And then I make catch Ghana for Mebunu, what would team, what would me? Say the GM can help us, let's build the Ghana you want. What type of Ghana do you want? Do you want a Ghana where electoral commissioner, people who have been given mandate to see the affairs of the country, will come and speak ignorantly to the public, to the world, and act with impunity? Or you want a Ghana that you can put your hand on your chest and say, irrespective of your social class or your political class, your race, gender, your academic level, you still be recognized and be treated as a human being, a decent one indeed. Help us, let's be the Ghana we want. Now, I think Godfrey Odame, Ghana for Mama. You see, the NPP is trying to, as it were, abuse Christian religion. They are trying to abuse the Bible because they know the Ghanaians are religious. So whatever evil they do, whatever evil they intend to do, they hide behind the scriptures, the holy scriptures in the Bible. They quote quotations and they will be looking, they hide behind Bible quotations and will be stealing the country. They will be killing people. They will be lying to you. Then sometimes I ask myself, it looks like this is so blasphemous. A battle is a loss. Can of react a yebi? Or we are Ghana Sikano Parliament equal to quotations. Eka Kalipno Joshua Wasem. Eka one in Wasem. And then go from the damage what could your friend say Bonani Achiwa. You are hiding behind a Bible quotation to save your face. Ghanaians, please be wise. Mestre Ghana so for say. Sebi. A bread drew say, make a mihuyeke and software yenkrofua. They speak without fear or favor. But it looks like most are software Ghana. They only tilt towards where they get their deliberate, where they think they can get favors. They have left the pure gospel behind and they are following their stomach. Na kente sa obi mekan kire se nyame yi a kire ne se na Akufo na bebaje Ghana e de Ghana akobọ sha asase so nenne mo hwe be Ghana edru na kente sa nke neka Dr. Bawumia e ba akogina asore dem property mu akoko to wrong quotation na asofo bo mu se ma no kente sa wono Dr. Bawumia benya akokoduro akọ asofo anim se asofo mu hia e wo Ghana wo kra mo ba ye ba e be so etua mo ka. Now, he was joking. Now, still, he's still moving around to pastors and church leaders, and they still put their hands on him, praying for him. Prophesying to him, say, Obe Winnie 2020, whatever. I believe that Ghanaian pastors, reverend ministers in Ghana, you are abandoning the true gospel. You are abandoning the old racket cross and you are doing things that doesn't please our Maker. Please, it's time for you, if you haven't realized it, please allow your conscience, allow the Holy Spirit to chastise you and repent from your bad deeds. Because more young man a time. One year, it would lead to a time where the young ones will begin to feel, there's no benefit in following religion or becoming a Christian or becoming a Muslim or whatever. Because Christians are lying, pastors are lying, Muslims are lying, imams are lying. So now who tells the truth? Ghanaians, be wise. I'll rest my case here because I have a very important and a special guest today. In the Between Komo. And yet, your comrade Bennett Kunedu Yado. Bennett, founder NDC Diaspora Communication Network. Or no, and I believe the 4th June, does it ring a bell to you? Yes. We are going to dive into the corridors of June 4th. Unia Bennett, you want to about MyShow NDC Hour so.
Yo, Minia, Medasipi, Minia Africa, Medasipi, Mefa, Apanya is so na matcha, Yanati for near her phone now. I'm on TV, so radio, so I'm with here radio, so. And then one of my various social media platforms on Mecha Munina. MC share Shakakra. Eja padi na ntia de hwehwemu a omo na eyi etikakra. So Ghana ho do ne Ghana yi edi nti no. E busy kwa na o si eyi ho na ye beso me ma. Comrade. Me da say why introduce me program so. Me da say pi.
That's na nim say udu kwi e wo essay. South Africa.
Yes.
Na o hwe essay said the normal si call no any idea the 24-hour economy fever no how was it blowing over there?
Before say mesha say na mefa akwanya so na mabo South Africa paso. Say last week na omo January elections. Aban ANC aban African National Congress. Omo na di oman si free 1994. For the first time since 94 no. Omo drop it below 50%. Because electoral system and proportional representative system also forming coalition government. And can say negotiations because of the India say forming government within the next 2 weeks. And made boss South African government, any South Africa phone and say abaso na we are anti when you be our man. I made as a P 24-hour economy promise na Ira Mahama ade adebetu dwa no. Yeah, was South Africa had any one P because in say idea ehu hia ebebo man mpuntu ebebo mabunu be creating new masses so. Na yenim say back in 2017-2018 abra omampani o South Africa say a friend Cyril Ramaphosa or prekonya no promise back on my pa say also create a 24-hour economy. Enti idea amount for the to my to about the man. Now say South Africa and Ghana about security issues are since we are the entempa Ghana your my mojo. Enti you talk about the man we are na according so be implemented 24-hour economy because on my way no security system no idea from kakra. But yankopo adaroma yemane o manya asumdwe enti yewura mama so about the 24-hour economy beba ye nyina ye ne GS no Ghana de yedo asumdwe enti ni say o de ba beboa me yetima create nyuma enti Ghana for ye wa ha de South African chapter na ye wa de ye nyina obi ani age te say ye bom pa say come December 7th no yewura mama benya kwanya no na obosho de ase Ghana for no o de ba koduru Kenya asase no so na obra emabunu bre mmerwane nkokrowa enem nante ebre no yetimi atesukakra enti 24-hour economy ni promise na de menua ade a obusam say debe ntina me pese James aba befa konwa na megidi say sadewe ene ade nti a me matum ho so say also Jemba na yes set precedent for Africa because I think say Ghana will be the first country or introduce a 24-hour economy system. Now other African countries so IAB. So over here, abra Ghana ye democracy in 1992 no. And there were only a few countries on the continent are now almost practicing democracy. And Ghana became the pace setter for Africa's democracy. Until say Yura Mama Eba or the Beba Ghana I a pace setter in the area of 24-hour economic system now. African countries will be try some bit more implementing. But that's the opinion.
That's a bit Bennett. But that's a move straight to a topic and a dear buyer. When you force say you do a man from Sonia Kayanum, a year you move the 1979 year Susha. So ya should have need a court library a toy about Semono. Emma yes be it was social studies near there. Emma it can be histories near there. Emma okay generation bano we were made, especially those of us who grew up in Ashanti region or in Kumasi to be precise, were made to understand say the worst era that can ever happen to Ghana was the June 4th uprising. Wadaroma, as a communicator, as a solid comrade, Can you take us through the precedents and antecedents of June 4th?
Yominia, Masada CP, Namasa Chetty for ne I have forced to be. Minia, said Odika Kano, Yena, Sebi, your way at Santimamono. Ye painty assessing picture betray say NDC, any Eura, Mampenda Down and Baby Crow, a year John Rollins there. Who more an accept Sebi welcome to some. Titru, a drew about one reswa. Ye be no manna, a CC 1979, actually with TV so anti. We grew up with the mindset say, Eura, Mampenda, or you'll be a service in Babonini bar.
Yeah.
Now, if you're me free moon, na me a pani, or near Momia, my point soon. Na me a pape, and ana or ye educated elm. Now, me a pass penny will be an all supporter Rollins, to feel. Na me so me bisa papa say teacher na den na man ya nitim o din say open asset me kan na wasere o se kwadwo unyina obeti ase unyina wa obeti ase en menua no krasemni ye ka obi a odo Rollins pa me say he won't be nipa mi no amfa me nka ho ma be pe man ase if we say e de o ye no in 1979 no ene de Ghana tumpempen so edu CCA na ana empemberebe no ye kasama ye te say as a Rollins any first person we ku Ghana enti say ye kan 1979 uprising na obi adwene say Rollins na ba be say Ghana would ku but ye go back to history na ye hwe Nkrumah from Nkrumah era from 1957 Ghana nya fa hodie abepim 1966 and ye nya ye first coup General Kotoka any FIFA and conducted that coup no. Now we no and omubu minor from then from 1966 April 1969 and a year to abana buzia ebabe fa Ghana kunya. So from 1957 the second time year to aba was 1969 and a buzia ewini. Now buzia ewini no enkophobia no mwachire ehun se akwan ofaso obu o ma na nkoyi ketasehye ene proye na adore na ban enti in 1972 ene ye a champon ene ne nkrofo esubu tu saban no eguye said the make and the reason was corruption and the reason why enti ye two free fane kotoka two ye mampani a odi kan ye Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Frekunya so ketasehye and in 1972 abra ye two free buzia Frekunya so the reason was the same corruption. Now almost over fa kunya no yet the tin semberebe em say om krampo de no so ye sojafo no be two aban ne free so and you know aban na ato abagana for to abade you know sojafo no be two ne free so a champion ne da no. Now almost over fa kunya no yet the tin semberebe no ma course o Ghana ye ketasehye proye ne kankan em say de nyina ya TTB kalabule course sa term kalabule no champion time and as a term no em say ye buy na over tip so ate fa to beje golf ne ade ne nyina no esi o a champion emre so na normal course o man no na nye na krono ketasehye timamufo bre sabre ni mu ana Ghana for ehya aseso mu tu kwan afri Ghana ko Nigeria in neighboring countries no because na ho kira na about Ghana na no odi na sa ho kira na e Ghana na nye politicians nko a na military government ne da no nko na business people aso do mo hagim obeti a term e fe no hoarding na edwadifo kofa enoma na ba begu almost stores da gu omo warehouse na omo dey few pieces agu almost store into bad because enoma dey ohone no so ntino obviously the price will have to go up and so they created an artificial inflation ma no mabo be yedin ehia for intimi ntodwe ne mpo no modi na say ma me no ya papa no omo dampan omo dedeja because omo ntimi ntontima mpo no mo dey fra na Rollins so you obi a na oye lieutenant oye obi a no otwi ewiemhyen And now two call all over Ghana or politicians. And the sad thing was that now ya quine enye into the politicians the campaign part no one to me cars and all the choppers, helicopters, and then Ghana and grass. And the Rollins at the politicians no echo in Kranasi, no cohesity in class for the sebi or more bread. Na in Sua or the man point na a hat. John Rollins into what share Sano Manaman who say no, dear Coso Manamo, and yet dear Coso Manamo, Aya in CP, and one map who dear Uncoso, and one map human rights and Coso. And couple with that, no, so not a jump on buying any a Suda for no in Kita who didn't say that because that when shouldn't church a Suda for car to tea more cut to us on their day. Enti no na ohwe se de ekọ no se no I was say be ma de nasi for enti May 15th and I was trying the first coup attempt and ofeli enti ofeli no na ye che no e de no kokotum. So he was meant to be prosecuted on 4th June 1979. And so on the night before 4th June and a yena papa baako a friend no Mbwachijan and we a close ally of John Rollins and then for breaking into the prison cell and omukokoyi Yura Rollins na Abra Rollins appear no o kan sembrebe ninsema o kan ni na kire say na Ghana dum pempenso a was say aban no eye for the people. So right from the onset he spoke democracy. He spoke a government that belongs to the people. And into Oshe Ona Sabrena, not ye bought a drum did Yura Rollins because Nibuka friend Junior Jesus. Junior Jesus in the sense that at the time he was doing what the people wanted. Say, oh, you can't be a Junior Jesus because Rollins Jesus baby Uje any pound continue. Say, you can't be a Junior Jesus. This any panosono or emulated the life of Christ. Enti saa nsamrane na yede bo Rollins na kire say na Ghana for aginatum Ghana for at the time the oye no na Ghana for aginatum because na Ghana for fa a year on any atetiemu. Enti so ohwe from 1979 ena yeto obefa akonya no what one transfer nche within 9 months and organizing elections because he never wanted to be president at the time. And he organized a general election. And Hillary Man, Ewini. Hillary Man, Ebabefa Kunyano, na enome Kosono, na enshada NCP. Na Katashika crack, Kabisu, a woman, still not to move phone to so break. Na Tamwa, ya toa baby ya. Yede kunyano yede liman ise kunya so asema Rollins ka kire ne say we shall be monitoring you asema ka kire liman no and they say we as soldiers will be following the regime to see say ade bia anasa ebosha wo share Ghana for wadi so and liman befa kunya no wa anya ade ana Ghana for pe and in 1979 1981 and Yura Rollins SSTG another coup Anna Owabefa Akunyano for the first time in Ghana's political history after Nkrumah's regime. The OANS set up a government that it didn't consist of only military officials, but professionals and civilians. For the first time, to tell you, say Rollins right from the onset believed in democracy and inclusion. Until from 1981, Abra was set what the Timamufu realm, what the professionals, doctors, lawyers, ever be run Abraham, engineers, ever be run Abraham. Reason being that he wanted to ensure inclusivity. And right from there, and remember, from the first Republican, from the third Republican, there was no time Ghana Timiko 8 years and even 5 years without a military coup d'etat.
Yeah.
But Rollins ever from 1981. But 1992, there was a political stability in our political space. There was a strong sense of political stability in our political space. So the reason why in Tia Rawlings, apparently, one handy Akunyano intem between 1981 and 1992, and he said he wanted to ensure there was a sense of political stability within our political space. And that is what he did, and that is what he achieved. And between 1981 and 1992, Abra Rawlings transition from a military regime to a democratic dispensation. Now there were so many African countries that now so someone and I said political system one led by political dictators. DR Congo abenya Siseko. Oko Libya obenya Muhammad Gaddafi. Now oba yencha Uganda obenya Museveni. Oba Zimbabwe now obenya Robert Mugabe. But Rawlings realized the purpose for his coming into office was to ensure that Ghana for experience a system that included each and every Ghanaian citizen. And in 1992, after so much consultation and political dialogue, where you say Ghana for better aba, and I see you better drafted a constitution. Ghana among yourself bra. So in 1992, and he organized the first election under a democratic regime. And because now Rawlings are brought about from 1981, 1992, Ghana for overwhelmingly Rawlings every year. And in 1996, Ghana for endorsed him again. That should tell you, Rawlings did not serve himself. Rawlings came to serve the interests of the Ghanaian people. Yeah. Exactly. He came to serve the interests of the Ghanaian people. And so every time between 1992 and 1996, Ghana showed a massive support to say, we appreciate your kind of leadership out there, man. And sadly, political scientists, any political animals, tend to forget, the democracy it is as a result of the kind of leadership Rawlings Edema Ghana between 1981 and 1992, and perhaps between 1992 and 2000. Obekaya Abraya Tuaba in 2000. Ghana for there was a global sense of what would be said. Ghana Rawlings power. But peacefully, Rawlings can be or say Sena Nemcrophone be what Jim be said, among handed on to power for only 1 day, 24 hours in Bokrana, Ghanaians would have revolted against them. Because a promise had been made to Ghanaians say we were moving into a democracy. And within 8 years of my regime, we were going to hand over power to another civilian government. And so going back to a system where would mean that we have betrayed the trust of the Ghanaian people. So Rawlings, right from the onset, believed in probity and accountability and trust.
Before I say about probity and accountability, I'm allowing you to flow because the young ones are listening, the youth are listening, and now okay, so the Ghana education system, let's hear now, they are actually polluting or they've diluted the history of Ghana. That's why I'm just allowing you to flow. And I like the way you have sequenced it. It's very good. But remember probity and accountability also. Listeners, viewers, and the messages be brave, but I want to read some of the messages when I come. Then I will ask about June 4th, the rationale behind June 4th, what led to Jelly Rawlings or the June 4th uprising. Now the better to end said democratic administration government especially under Akufo-Addo and Bawumia Asia has the mantra of June 4th. Can we see that today? And which has to do with the probity, accountability, transparency, and equality. And no, I'll come back to you when we return from my quick break. So now let me just read some messages and see what our viewers are saying or are commenting as far as our show today is concerned. Viewers, this is my show NDC Hour. Bennett Kunedu Yado and a Trinkomo, ye cows, you may deal with and I'm today GhanaNews TV in Towers and Debra after high 93.7 FM. So for you may live. The King's Radio so offer you may live in Jaframa TV and Sakina Information Center or Tatale also fan live and Bernard Kunedu Yado on Facebook page and so a streaming programming live. What aroma say I think a word journey here. Just like the page, like the show, and share the program for others to also share and have a gist of what we are doing here. So let's see the message that have come. Then I'll read them. Where you from Pong Beth, you say greetings from Akusi near Somenya. More fire comrades. Thank you so much. Or hey, or Facebook. Afija from my TV say, oh, powerful show. Greetings from Raura in Uti region. Thank you for the collabo. You are live on our platform in Raura. Thank you so much for cross-posting this show for us on Jaframa TV. I have a fans TV so Abba was watching from our Flawota region. There is no June 4th celebration this year. Why? Okay. We'll put this year. Yeah, June 4th celebration. We will come back to your question and give you answer to that. Afi Oye Frima share your Facebook was say, welcome back, Comrade Bennett. We miss you very much. Greetings from Manche near who or not for Frima by Dice NDC Diaspora Union. Youth was saying the 24-hour economy is the game changer. Please give Bennett the whole show to discuss the topic. Watching on YouTube from Amsterdam, Holland. Afi Asante Asempahine Boache on Facebook was watching and listening from Achim Himai. I vividly remember the Kalabule. Rollins did very well for Ghana. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Afi Lady Mal too also the about her Twitch was I love your program so much. I would love to be on the program one day, watching from on Twitch, live from St. Petersburg, Russia. Bennett was not born by then, but he is very knowledgeable. Thank you so much. Afi Sikapa family watching or attentively with the whole family on YouTube from Jumapo near Kufurudua. Thank you so much, Sikapa family. The chairman Sikapa family for some more Jumedi. Afriquasi Insia, JJ Rollins was a real leader. His leadership qualities is unparalleled. Watching from Anglo Town in Kufurudua. Mavis Boateng the upper was wow, Mr. Kunedu on fire. Good job. Watching from Lisbon, Portugal. Afinanata Frimu is also at the Abba. Nanata Frimu says greetings from Tatali Northern Region and Sakina Information Center listeners. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the Sakina Information Center listeners. Afi Robert Kim Pace also at your Facebook is a powerful submission. Good job, Comrade Bennett. Watching from Paris, France. Afi Yao Nyami Yao Bio also the Abba. Good evening. Watching from Nkwanta in Oti region. I'm the popular tea seller at Nkwanta Lorry Station. Your program is also live on our Deliman Community Information Center at Tutupeni and KJB. Afi Kasim Kakariba, NPP have nothing to offer Ghanaians. We're trying to teach here. The NPP has nothing to offer Ghanaians. We a message kakra ba me de brewo ansa na meba Bennett hono na yakotoa yen komo twetwe so no ye kai wo say ye din komo ye hwe ye bon kontra hwe ye chi ahwe June 4 for ye papa Jerry Rollins wo NDC the National Democratic Congress ya take June 4 4th June 4th June June 4th June 4th June 4th e dey kwa na see ye dey ne man tia e ma June 4th uprising Abantu go by dear nana air course sabre no nunti ye papa Jerry who said David the air course no enye intimenko na minko tu aban mu na ye fe yemma ye chire aban foforo kuna du yadom de ye famu to wada roma menko ba bia itwe ho tewo ye ba kuna du be me ato so na wa chire ye June 4th no botae potin ben na ne techri na sa botae no ne Ghana ye du sa botae no ho ana ye beti na yahwe afi yenko a quick break service.
Hello, Ghana. Let's talk about a vision, not just bold but transformative 24-hour economy proposed by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. In the heart of this vision is the commitment, energized nation around the clock, margin vibrant city, bustling with life, market buzzing with activity, not just during the day but 24 hours. This isn't just working longer; it's about ensuring economic growth round the clock. It's about creating jobs, boosting businesses, and providing opportunities for every Ghanaian, day and night. Under this plan, diverse sectors will thrive, from technology hubs, manufacturing plants, to entertainment and service. It's about making Ghana a dynamic 24/7 economy. The 24-hour economy will be voluntary and never forced upon anyone. Let's come together and build the Ghana we want. Join us in supporting His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for a 24-hour economy. Together, we will build a Ghana that never sleeps.
Yo, a for we MyShow NDC Hour. Today GhanaNews TV. So today and I'm high 93.7 FM. The King's Radio, Jaframa TV, and Afi Bernard Kunadu Yadom Facebook page. Afi high 93.7 FM so FI live. Wadaruma. Senene de kan wo hwe ya. Mamre ne say, unkwamentwe dwumadi. Share dwumadi na fofo nye behwe. Let's subscribe to Today GhanaNews TV. Your channels and like and activate notification button so that anytime we have live, also be notifications say about live. Now when one may say any of our shows, you know, age maybe into what question be about me about what suggestion be me about comment with me about what the bar you picking kind on. May call Beneto na afi me no akotwa me come to so efa June 4th uprising no ho. What the app for moi ba drew 81 edo about 92 time one 2000 crampo. I mean, yes. After the election, the Great Alliance Act for we now drawn as handy power. You were going to talk about the probity, the accountability, and all this one. I mean, what energized Jerry Rawlings to take up the mantle, even though he didn't want to become the president or leader of the nation, but he saw say it was necessary, say or sacrifice na they be digging and na system no o clean system na system is stable. What I'm afraid to also one more. Then say o hear the John Rawlings here, you know, the inti obey as had you know, and then obefa 81 at the buyer basically constitution Ghana, yes, especially could be, you know. When you look at what is happening today, before, I mean, those who still have their mind say June 4th was something wrong, was evil, was not, or is it something that Ghana should ever witness again? When you look at what is happening in today's Ghana, led by Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia, do you see the traces of what led to June 4th uprising in our era?
Okay. Comrade, medasipi, it's your for Mesa Makwaba so na Madam was some more fail so. Before say me continue. My person may read a few excerpts of and some Rollins Kai on in the morning of June 4th. And some crowd can bra Bochijan any Nkofokwe in the free prison, then some crowd kind was full of malice that we have put into them, and that a moral reckoning was coming. So, right from the beginning, Rawlings believed in moral uprightness. Right from the beginning. Now, I mean, and cost on I mean, read if some can, I mean, cost on read it, then some crowd can be and for. Or say, we wish to assure the nation that we do not intend to cling to power. The Armed Forces Revolutionary Council would ensure a smooth transition to constitutional rule as planned. Long live the revolution, long live Ghana. Mekoso na ma read editorial a Nigerian journalist be Troye about 5 years ago about Rawlings. Your friend at the Lagos. I say, I'm a Nigerian. Ghanaians should be glad Rawlings cleaned up the mess before it got too late, like the mess we are in Nigeria. I can remember a lot of Ghanaians fled to Nigeria, living virtually as refugees, just surviving on the streets to make a living. Most did very low-paying jobs, but relatively few of them became our teachers, and they contributed one way or the other into Nigerian society then. Unfortunately, an F word is there, civilian regime in the early 1980s in Nigeria declared that Ghanaians should leave Nigeria. That's where the term Ghana must go came from. Until now, we wish someone could come, could do Nigeria the favor Rawlings did Ghana. But that is virtually almost impossible now. Nigeria has reached the point of no return and gone over the slippery slope. Sometimes I envy Ghana as a country because someone was able to do something to save his country. Now, please keep watching over your politicians and political system like eagles. Now, this is a Nigerian journalist. All Adrian Rawlings. And na de papa we de ma Ghana. Now, wo hwe obi a sebi onye Ghana ni. Na odi ensem de say afa Rawlings ho. E kire adwen a na wo Rawlings team. And it said the outside world edge Rawlings etum. Minua adekodie potentia Rawlings the June 4th uprising e buy em say asisi amana broso. ICC amana broso. Oko Asante Mampong. Krokuto bu Asante Mampong a edina escape me kakra. Eho ena eye General Frifa no free.
Oh, okay.
Na abra na Ghana fosu na hochira ba Ghana no. Oko Afrifa krom e Asante Mampong a. Na wo hwe adan a na wasidi agu ho no mo nipa ntimu a na areho. Na ayareho krono ketasehye enema Rawlings ede eye ne June 4th uprising. Now say enoma esisi that time, and let me go back between 1972 and 1979 inflation jumped from 10% to 160%. Now under this administration, and that was one of the key reasons why Rawlings stayed cool, because he felt say Ghanaians were struggling, Ghanaians were suffering. Now under this administration, we had inflation rising to the top, rising to as high as over 54% year on year. Yet Ghanaians kept quiet. Reason being that we believed in our democracy. We believed that no matter how horrible the situation gets, our democracy will give us a chance to elect a different person to come and lead us.
Yeah.
And that democracy that we're talking about, a democracy, Jerry John Rawlings, it give you birth to. And to June 4th uprising now. Now here no more air cost to see ya. Minia, dia Yebeka say Ghana, 32 years into democracy, Yem per se, in democracy now, ya enjoy from 1992 side we never say. And into Yebeka soldier for the come and to me. Sanesa, And I say that's one 1979 more. And Kebenya another Rollins. I'm about to rescue Ghana for. And then, interestingly, Oko social media. Now Oko blogs, I say blog any politically affiliated. Now here and Mabun comments are more mafa about one. It's just Ghana for have been disappointed big time by this government. And the same disappointment and a lead to the uprising of 1979. But said Americano, our democracy, which was bred by the NDC and by John Rawlings, and my hope say, no matter how worse it gets, the day is coming. And so I hope na democracy de may intino. And by a young to so be said, ya more ya man ho by and the Marapamuno. Ya better day. And to say, I can't.
Yeah, Emre Pemu, you better day. Breno, a bit. Nancy, remember my own call a bra, young cancer, same way. So that we can say, and we are 32 years or more old as far as democracy is concerned. Therefore, we wouldn't want to go back to the days of 1979, even though we appreciate 1979, the situation then was so dire that uprising is what has made Ghana what it is today. But then Obi say, and I say, people of the school of thought say Ghana democracy lacks some accountability. Because when you look at the system, you see we are operating three-arm government system. The executive, judicial, and the legislature. But it looks like, especially now Ghana, today's Ghana, the judiciary, where the last resort as the accountability. And the ordinary Ghanaian. And the mother Ghana, if somebody does something against the soul of Ghana, and the baby are justice. And accountability is also here, human. But you and I are aware, say, the appellate courts of Ghana prevented a public servant accountable to Ghanaians. I mean, at the around 2020 election petition. And the Obi say, as a democracy is weak, do you think, say, Ghana will get to a point where politicians, our democracy will enjoy the sort of accountability the Westerns are enjoying? Those of us in Europe are enjoying, those in America are enjoying. I mean, let's take America, for example. Donald Trump was just a past president, but he's been charged and he's standing trial in court. You understand?
Yes.
Do you think Ghana will get to that point? And if we will get there, how can we get there? And when do you think we can get there? To bring relief to Ghanaians, democracy has come to stay and is the best for us Ghanaians.
Yes. Okay, many Ahmed say, you can't democracy. Democracy is just a system. What makes the system work? In charge of that system. In this case, the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature.
The legislature.
Now, in modern democracy, we have the fourth arm, which is the media. Now, say you were all the mechanisms in place to ensure that our democracy works efficiently and effectively. But say the mechanism, any part of the democracy, any part of making sure that state institutions will function. These people are somehow compromised politically. Now, see, a quiet password, appointed in Nipa occupies certain institutions. I also and can Nipa work on a very independent-minded person. And so then, in the case of the judiciary, so here quiet password, appointed the head of the judiciary. Chief Justice. The Chief Justice is selected by the president. Now, how do we expect somebody who is an appointee or an employee of the president to hold the same president to account? It will not work, because he needs to serve his master. He owes allegiance to him, not to the constitution and to the people of Ghana, because he was first appointed by him. So, your constitution, of course, the constitution is beautiful, but there are a few, sections of the constitution I feel say we need to look at those sections. Making sure say, your constitution is more efficient, and no matter how no matter your position, you are not above it, and you are not above the principle of rule of law. And now I know what I say. As South African Minister of State, I resign. Minister of Sports, I resign. Reason being that he's been charged for corruption, for graft. The moment the free court and he resigned, he tendered in his resignation. A black person, an African country. Last week, Speaker of Parliament, I resigned. Reason being that she's facing charges of graft. Now, a democracy is just a system. A nipa omuomuno and a mass system in the now, system in the head of government, in this case, the president, must lead that course. If the president doesn't lead that course now, there's no way the democracy will work in a way that holds everybody to account. South Africa has this year, I remember vividly 2018 some of the any abani yajuma abra na panya be president contract salary was just about $20,000. Because of that, he was invited to Parliament to come and answer questions. I mean, the president himself. Jacob Zuma Nimreso, a institution, a public protector, a government institution, and they can't say why abusing no office, no oath of office, and so he must be charged. Public protector just have a rule in the Bible and a constitutional court, Ghana and Quebec and the Supreme Court. And so I didn't the ruling by say Jacob Zuma are abusing the oath of office. And or the Nsabo not only authority and also authorization to do it and to interest get back to the state. And Jacob Zuma had to go to the bank to borrow $1.5 million to pay back. And these people, institutions, they were appointed under Zuma regime. But because they knew, say, they were serving the people of South Africa and the constitution of the country, they didn't hold back. Reason being that they appointed through Parliament. And so the president had only the responsibility to approve them, to say Parliament that let me just approve you. That is it. So Nipano GDB said he's not accountable to the president, but to Parliament, which is a representation of the people.
So Bernard, let me ask you this. Be honest to viewers, because of late, most youth or most Ghanaians are like, hey, they are losing hope. Do you think that in the next NDC administration, being led by, hopefully, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Her Excellency Professor Jane Nana Opufajima, those who are abusing our constitution today, do you think that in the next NDC administration, those people can be held accountable to serve as deterrent to future political office holders or public holders?
We need to speak looking at precedents and history. Now, Abra Yura Mahama Wakunyasono. The member of Parliament, I was signing appointee. Yura Bugapele. Was so nasty in the court. About wife Victoria Hammer. I on that for question for comedy say the main reason why to all politicians or pay $1 million. Minya, a young Komoka can only Nadam Fudie, or you never bonteno or Sakin. Ain't it? Sa and no more women, and mammy hope say a trouble man, you're John Dramani Mahama, or both hold this uncle for me to account. Minia, and I can tell you, say Yebepa Kunyano in 2024, 2025, let me say January. Na Yantiman pushy against Uncle for perpetuating serious financial crimes against our state. Minia, some of us will revolt against our own government. The reason why here will be Yeniabre and say your GDS will be a perpetuated crime at Etia Yamana and Manko Fubelu Ahiro Munkwan. Hospital be an SKS in the NC because of the discussion bottom. I'm a be an SK for course for the Konina Pomudino.
Yeah.
Or by me and I was say, oh, one can say, William Padason or one. And Penny went to be discussion bottom. So some of these, incidents, actually say Yababe Pokuneno next year, Nayantiman hold these people to account. Minia, the best organ and enquiry because we need to set an example. And the Euro Gendoman in between 2016 and between 2012 and 2016, actually say about the fight against corruption, he has a better record, and we believe say he will deliver Ghanaians from the mess. And that is the very reason. And then many comedy didn't come on. There are so many things going on politically within the NPP. Reason being that they know the mess they've caused, and they are trying their level best. Say, Ghana for so now Oma cover Omu decay now Oma Kosun. But they should know say the voice of the people is very loud this time. Even their own people on trouble lose interest or administration. And Ghanaians are calling for a government that will hold these people to account. And that is why 2016, not Euro Gentleman Mamano, and turning back on support because they believe that he's done it before and he will do it again. And Ghana for you say, yeah, from January 2025, Ghana Bayede. Ghana Bayede. I'm telling you, Ghana Bayede. Ghana Bayede because our perpetuated serious crimes against our country. Financially, they will have to be held accountable for their deeds. We are not going to sit back. We are not going to sit back. We need to hold these people to account. We need to set an example. And yes, I'm and even the opportunity to serve in our government, we will hold them to account. We are going to craft a new chapter, a chapter that will set a precedent for a follow. That is what we are promising Ghanaians, and that is what we're going to deliver. Come 2025, Ghanaians will see a new dispensation, a dispensation that is built on accountability and probity. That is what we are going to deliver to the people of Ghana. Minia, Medasi.
Thank you so very much, Bennett. You have really spoken the heart of many Ghanaians. You've spoken the heart of many Ghanaians who thought there's no hope and all politicians are the same, all political parties are the same. But you've made us know, sir, the next NDC administration, John Dramani Mahama, and the Professor Jinano Pukwajima, Ebedano, will not spare the road. They will not spare the road, and their road will cut front and back. Thank you very much for giving Ghanaians, especially the youth in Ghana, this very hope. Now, these are the last message that we have. This is from John Nambo. Say, Ghana has a long way to go unless the youth realize their role in governance and do away with extreme partisanship. Thank you very much. That is on point. Thank you so much, John Nambo, for saying that. And Afe, or say Superior, say this guy is a very good communicator, watching from Barcelona, Spain. Thank you very much, Ose Superior, for always doing the watching from Barcelona. Africana, he feels they are back on Facebook. It's a powerful submission by Mr. Kunedu. Anytime you come to Ghana, come to our radio station, watching and listening from Bosusu in Fantiakwa South District. I believe you are talking about 103.7 FM. Afe patience, that was a good evening. Watching from Hamburg, Germany. Welcome, Benedict Kunedu Ayado. We really miss you. That he has written. Afi Kasim Kakariba was saying NPP have nothing to offer Ghanaians. I think he has also made that point. Afi viewers, say kasi idi adwene de eche behwe issue from. The assurance we are giving you today as a Ghanaian is there is hope. And that hope starts from now. That hope begins from now. Now, I learned Ghana is going through voter transfer and all that. Voters, Ghanaians, be vigilant because the electoral commission led by Jane Mensah cannot be trusted. They have actually planned to rig the December 7th elections from today. But of course, yes, ubu koto kwasia na onyankopon hwe baby. A year NDC, Director of Elections, Dr. Omane Boama, Nyamishraw. Wone wadwuma for any Chairman General, Sidun Ketia, ne General Secretary, Fifi Kwete. God bless you guys because you are doing a marvelous job. And I mean, the kind of eagle eye I would follow the electoral commission is bringing that feeling in the ordinary Ghanaians. Say yes, there is hope, and this is what Ghanaians want. Ghana, what we need from you is that keep your voter ID card safe. December 7th, walk to your polling station, go to the polls, take your ballot box, parliamentary, presidential. You vote for NDC parliamentary candidates in your constituency, then you vote for John Dramani Mahama to become your next Ghana president. It is very short. Help, let's all build the Ghana we want. Thank you. This is my show, NDC Hour, on Today Ghana News TV, and my name is Alfred Kuyole. Nyamishra so we utie, Nyamishra so nya da agene yetena ye. Erade adomo a week today, ye de twedi ebesa bro. See you next week. Bye for now.
Today Ghana News TV, we are the masters of the game.